Since the dawn of time, humanity has relentlessly sought to extend its reach, to amplify its formidable will.
This driving ambition has evolved, transforming simple tools like a throne stone into complex, precision-guided modern missiles.
The long and complex story of warfare is inextricably linked to the constant, focused evolution of the projectile.
Join us as we journey through millennia of human ingenuity, transforming simple objects into truly devastating modern forces.
This is the complex, technological, and deadly story. This is the evolution of the world's deadliest rounds. For hundreds of thousands of years, the human hand itself was the primary, and often the only, weapon. But very soon, our ancestors realized that extending their reach meant significantly enhancing their devastating power.
The earliest known projectiles were simply born of necessity: the hunt, vital self-defense, and early intertribal conflict. The fundamental principle driving this new technology was remarkably simple: transfer kinetic energy directly to a target. The sharpened stone or flint head represented the first dedicated attempt at maximizing damage through concentrated force.
Whether hurled, lashed to a spear, or wielded as an axe, it utilized sharp edges for penetration.
These points were meticulously flaked to create razor-sharp edges capable of severing both tough muscle and bone. Early spears tipped with these fashioned stones could bring down large, dangerous game at a safer distance. They could also deter rival tribes, offering a clear advantage over direct melee combat in ancient skirmishes.
But true ranged combat, as we understand it, was completely revolutionized by the invention of the arrow.
More than just simple wooden shaft, the arrow quickly became an early engineering marvel of warfare.
Different, specialized arrowheads were meticulously crafted by artisans for very specific and deadly purposes in the field.
In sharp contrast, the narrow, armor-piercing bodkin point was engineered to punch through hardened animal hides.
It was also designed to defeat primitive armor, such as tough, hardened leather or early forms of chainmail. It was an elegant and highly efficient system, converting stored potential energy in the bow into force. This precise, directed force allowed hunters and warriors to engage targets with unprecedented accuracy and lethal impact. Warriors could now strike effectively from a significant distance, changing the entire dynamic of the ancient battlefield. The simple ability to launch multiple arrows in rapid succession completely changed the dynamics of ancient skirmishes.
Another unsung, yet highly effective, hero of antiquity was the projectile known as the sling bullet.
Starting as simple stones selected for their aerodynamic shape, they evolved into specially molded clay projectiles. The most lethal examples, however, were cast from dense lead, making them incredibly effective and dangerous.
The dense, aerodynamic lead slug was propelled at remarkable speeds, sometimes exceeding 100 miles per hour.
It could deliver a powerful concussive blow, far beyond what any unassisted human arm could ever achieve. Roman slingers, for instance, were renowned for their incredible precision and the devastating force of these projectiles.
Their lead glandes could easily shatter bones and inflict catastrophic skull fractures at very surprising tactical ranges.
It was a silent, deadly, and effective force multiplier, proving its worth at strategically surprising ranges.
It proved that even a small object, given enough velocity and density, could be a formidable weapon.
For many millennia, the maximum kinetic energy a projectile could deliver was severely limited by human strength.
It was capped by the power of the arm, or the maximum tensile power of a traditional bow.
But in distant lands, whispers of a new, highly volatile and powerful substance finally began to emerge. This new substance would fundamentally shatter all of these limitations and completely redefine the face of warfare. A simple black powder was now poised to ignite a violent and sweeping technological revolution across the globe. Then, that mysterious black powder arrived in Europe and subsequently changed everything in warfare almost overnight. Originating in ancient China, the invention of gunpowder unleashed a new era of powerful ballistic destruction. No longer were projectiles reliant solely on the limits of human strength or the tension of a bowstring. Now, armies harnessed the explosive chemical power of this substance, a force propelling projectiles with new power. This new chemical reaction could launch heavy rounds with previously unimaginable force, velocity, and devastating effect. The simple, heavy cannonball was the iron harbinger of this destructive new age of gunpowder warfare. These massive, heavy spheres delivered overwhelming blunt force capable of shattering thick medieval stone fortification walls. They demolished gatehouses and tore through dense ranks of soldiers with truly horrifying and brutal efficiency.
Fortifications that had stood strong for centuries now crumbled before the raw, unstoppable power of the cannon.
Early cannons were crude, extremely prone to misfire, and cumbersome.
It was, in effect, a weapon of mass destruction for its time, changing siege warfare forever. This new technology forced all armies to completely rethink their long-held defensive strategies and fortress designs.
Handheld firearms soon followed this development, most notably the invention and proliferation of the smoothbore musket.
Its primary projectile, the simple musket ball, was often just a rough, imperfectly cast sphere of lead.
Lacking the surgical precision we expect today, it compensated with sheer volume of fire and devastating impact. This weapon truly excelled at close-range engagements, where its stopping power was absolutely unquestioned on the battlefield.
Soldiers were trained to form disciplined lines, firing massive volleys that created a deadly storm of lead.
Fire! This barrage was designed for one purpose: tearing through the enemy's formations with overwhelming firepower. Despite its severe limitations in accuracy and range compared to the precision of a highly trained archer.
The musket's incredible ease of training and widespread adoption meant armies could field massive numbers of shooters.
This ability to deliver unprecedented volume of fire made it the dominant infantry weapon for many centuries.
For close-quarters devastation, especially against charging cavalry, a special load was often used by soldiers.
In dense infantry formations, soldiers often loaded what was commonly known as buck and ball ammunition. This lethal combination involved a standard musket ball packed with several smaller buckshot pellets.
The result was a devastating shotgun-like effect, turning one shot into a spread of multiple projectiles.
This tactic virtually guaranteed hits at close range, maximizing the damage potential of a single musket discharge.
It left a horrific and demoralizing impact on the enemy, a brutal testament to the era's tactics.
It was a brutal, efficient testament to the gunpowder era's overwhelming desire for shock, awe, and force.
The Industrial Revolution didn't just build factories and cities, it completely redefined the science of warfare.
Mass production combined with scientific innovation transformed ballistic principles, ushering in an age of precision. This new era moved beyond the raw, unrefined power of early gunpowder into something far more deadly. Perhaps no single advancement during this period was as revolutionary as the widespread adoption of rifling.
These are helical grooves meticulously cut into the gun barrel that impart a crucial stabilizing spin.
This spin stabilizes the projectile, much like a professional quarterback throws a perfect spiral football.
This simple yet profound change was perfectly complemented by the invention of the famous Minié ball.
This ingenious conical bullet with its hollow base expanded slightly when the rifle was actually fired. This expansion allowed the bullet to firmly grip the rifling, engaging the grooves for a stable flight. The result of this innovation was unprecedented accuracy and a greatly extended effective range over smoothbores.
This technology effectively turned the individual soldier into a far more lethal and precise threat on battlefields.
The American Civil War stands as a grim, bloody testament to the rifle's devastating new effectiveness. Engagements at hundreds of yards, once impossible, now became tragically commonplace between opposing infantry forces.
But loading individual bullets and powder charges was still slow and extremely cumbersome in the heat of battle.
The answer to this critical tactical problem arrived in the form of the centerfire metallic cartridge.
This ingenious invention combined the bullet, the propellant powder, and the ignition primer into one unit.
This single, self-contained brass unit revolutionized firearms technology and tactics almost immediately upon its introduction. This new system allowed for rapid reloading, reliable ignition, and introduced repeatable, consistent ballistic performance.
Calibers like the powerful .45-70 government, developed in the United States, became synonymous with this era.
It proved incredibly effective against both enemy combatants and large, dangerous game during frontier expansion.
The advent of these metallic cartridges finally made practical repeating firearms a reality, accelerating the rate of fire.
The true leap in projectile velocity, however, came with the invention of stable, smokeless powder.
Invented in the late 19th century, this revolutionary propellant burned far more efficiently and cleanly.
It was a massive improvement in chemical energy conversion compared to traditional, dirty, black powder.
Gone were the dense, choking plumes of black smoke that obscured battlefields and instantly gave away positions.
This was replaced by a much fainter, thinner haze, which offered a significant tactical advantage to shooters. Smokeless powder burned more powerfully, propelling smaller, lighter, jacketed bullets at previously unthinkable high speeds.
These new high-velocity rifle bullets, exemplified by early Mauser and Krag rounds, defined a new era.
Used by militaries worldwide, they maintain their energy over greater distances and flatten their trajectories.
This made long-range engagements far more deadly and accurate than had ever been possible before.
This new era of ballistics transformed infantry combat, extending the killing zone and emphasizing skilled marksmanship.
The 20th and 21st centuries have witnessed an absolute explosion in highly advanced ammunition specialization.
Modern warfare now demands rounds designed for specific threats and objectives, pushing the boundaries of science.
This pushes material science and terminal ballistics to previously unseen and unprecedented levels of engineering.
Workhorse calibers like the .30-06 Springfield and its NATO successor, the 7.62 by 51mm NATO.
Also known as the .308 Winchester, defined power and versatility for much of the EEO 20th century.
These full-power rifle rounds offered excellent range, superior penetration, and devastating kinetic energy transfer. They formed the backbone of infantry rifles, heavy machine guns, and sniper systems on countless battlefields. Their heavy bullets carried immense kinetic energy, designed to reliably incapacitate targets at significant distances. However, tactical considerations shifted with the advent of new, lightweight intermediate cartridges like the 5.56mm.
This included the 5.56 by 45mm NATO and the iconic 7.62 by 39mm of the AK-47.
While delivering less energy per shot than their full-power counterparts, these new rounds had advantages. They allowed soldiers to carry significantly more ammunition and fire at much higher sustainable rates.
This was possible from lighter, more controllable automatic weapons, changing infantry tactics and squad loadouts.
This development directly facilitated the era of the modern assault rifle, transforming engagements into faster affairs. These new tactics prioritized a high volume of fire and increased soldier maneuverability on the battlefield. Against newly hardened targets, specialized ammunition emerged, designed to defeat increasing levels of personal protection.
Armor-piercing, or AP rounds, feature a hardened penetrator core made of extremely dense, hard materials. This core, often tungsten carbide or steel, is encased in a softer jacket to protect the barrel. These rounds are engineered to defeat ballistic protection, from advanced body armor to light vehicle plating.
They concentrate immense kinetic energy on a tiny point, designed to punch through hardened modern defenses. Conversely, rounds like the hollow point are engineered for maximum energy transfer within a soft target.
Their specialized hollowed-out tip causes them to expand dramatically and rapidly upon impact with soft tissue.
This creates a much larger permanent wound channel, quickly dissipating all kinetic energy within the target.
While often restricted in military use by international conventions, their effectiveness is widely recognized elsewhere. They are widely favored by law enforcement and hunters for rapidly stopping a dangerous threat. Their design is also prized for humanely and quickly taking game animals in a hunting scenario. For engagements at extreme distances, the quest for precision led to massive, highly specialized calibers.
These include rounds like the powerful .338 Lapua Magnum and the truly legendary .50 BMG cartridge.
These cartridges propel heavy, finely engineered bullets at incredible velocities, allowing snipers to deliver lethal force. This force can be applied with surgical accuracy, often at extreme distances well over a mile away.
The sheer kinetic energy of a .50 BMG round can incapacitate vehicles and destroy hardened enemy equipment. It can eliminate targets at ranges previously unimaginable, making it a truly formidable anti-material weapon system.
The relentless pursuit of lethality continues, pushing the boundaries of physics and engineering beyond conventional bullets.
The future of projectiles may look very different from the cartridges we all know and recognize today.
We are now moving into technological realms that were previously reserved only for speculative science fiction.
Imagine ammunition that actually thinks for itself. Guided projectiles, or smart bullets, are already in development.
These miniature marvels incorporate tiny sensors and minute control surfaces to allow them to steer mid-flight.
They can correct their own trajectory, ensuring a hit even against moving targets or in high wind. This takes surgical precision to an unprecedented level, transforming the very concept of marksmanship. Beyond chemical propellants, the next frontier lies in harnessing raw, powerful electromagnetic energy. High-energy density projectiles propelled by railguns or coil guns promise hypervelocity impacts.
They can deliver devastating kinetic energy without using a single grain of traditional explosive propellant.
A simple metallic slug is accelerated to many times the speed of sound by powerful electromagnetic forces.
It becomes an unstoppable force, capable of tearing through even the most advanced defenses and armor.
This system relies on pure, unadulterated momentum to achieve its devastating and destructive effects on target.
These revolutionary new systems offer the potential for unparalleled range and truly staggering levels of destructive power.
Perhaps the very concept of a round will ultimately evolve away from physical projectiles entirely.
Directed energy rounds, whether powerful lasers or particle beams, could represent the ultimate technological progression. They could deliver instantaneous, silent, and potentially limitless destructive power at the speed of light itself.
The physical projectile, as we've known it for millennia, might one day become a simple relic.
It could be replaced by focused beams of pure energy, marking the end of one evolution.
This would signify the true beginning of another, completely different era of advanced weapons technology.
From a simple stone hurled in anger to complex, self-guiding munitions, the deadliest rounds have evolved.
Each advancement, born of human ingenuity and a relentless drive to gain a tactical edge, altered conflict.
This evolution has profoundly altered the landscape of human warfare, pushing the boundaries of technology.
Speed, accuracy, and destructive power have been pushed far beyond what was previously thought imaginable.
This long and complex journey isn't just a simple tale of developing technology over the centuries.
It is a profound, and often dark, reflection of humanity itself. Our drive to innovate, overcome, dominate.
But as we continue to refine these instruments of lethality, creating ever more effective means of projection, we are left to ponder the ultimate and most profound question about our own future.
What does this ceaseless, accelerating evolution truly mean for the future of warfare in the 21st century?
And, perhaps more importantly, what does this relentless pursuit truly mean for the future of humanity itself?